What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle. And yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be your family hero. Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when we drop these videos, when I drop these videos, it's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win. All right. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about credit fraud. Yes, credit fraud. A lot of people have been getting hip to the credit world. A lot of people have been learning more about credit. A lot of people have been understanding how important credit can be, and well, can be how important credit is. Because credit can get you a bag. Credit can help you. Well, credit will allow you to get some money that you ain't even have to invest in something to make some money and go from there. Instead of asking people that you know for some money, you can go walk into the bank and be like, hey, I need a loan for this amount. And if your credentials are right, your credit score is right, they're going to give you a loan for the amount of money that you need. And you're going to take that money and you're going to invest that money and just start building a business or making passive income. And you're going to go from there, right? So a lot of people are starting to understand how important credit is. And by people understanding how important credit is, I tell you guys all the time, wherever there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed. Yes, credit allows you to get lump sums of money utilizing loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And people are learning that, so they're starting to say, let's start to utilize credit and start to get money fraudulently and illegally. So credit has been on the rise with all different type of scams and fraud, and people have been trying anything and everything that they can or that they see to get some lump sums of money. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the different type of credit scams that's going on out there and how they're being committed and how to stay safe from them. Because at the end of the day, credit is the number one money game in the world, and credit revolves around anything and everything that we do. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the gems. That's gonna help everybody win and stay safe. All right, so credit fraud. What is credit fraud? Credit fraud is basically when somebody utilizes credit in a fraudulent way to obtain revenue. And credit revolves around everything and anything that we do. When you go try to get a car, when you try to go get an apartment, when you try to get a loan, a credit card, a line of credit, sign up for school, do anything, they go check your credit report. They go check your credit score to see where you stand, how good you are with managing money. Because the world revolves around money, and everything that we do takes money. And most people don't have money, so they need money lent to them, right? So your credit shows how well you are with managing money on paper. Most people have bad credit, and most people with bad credit are not in a position to have any type of funds lent to them. But everybody needs funds. So a lot of people figure out loopholes. So a lot of people out here that want that hear these no doc loans, bad credit, no doc loans, and they say, oh, I can go get me a no doc loan with bad credit. I don't even have to need no documentation, right? And then you got people out here that understands the magnitude and the logistics of what's really going on out here when it comes to credit loans. So if somebody can get a loan for $5,000 utilizing documentations, a fraudster or a scammer can do the exact same thing. And that's what people are starting to. That's what people are starting to learn. So it's a lot of fraudulent loans, credit cards, and lines of credit being given with fraudulent documentations, with stolen identity and things like that, right? So let's get to it. So first, synthetic documentations. A lot of people understand and do their research, meaning that there are loans out here that go off your documentations, just off your documentation, and those are revenue-based loans. So when people be hearing these no doc loans and bad credit no doc loans, that's the impression that they're given, that you can get this loan with no documentation and have bad credit, which is not true. They're going to go check your credit profile, your credit score, and your credit worthiness to really base their results and how much money you make. Now, revenue-based loans, they basically, what they want is bank statements. It might be 12, 24, 36, 40, you never have 60 months worth of bank statements to see how much your business is generating and bringing in each month. Now, when it comes to these bank statements can be altered. A lot of people create synthetic bank statements. A lot of people create synthetic pay stubs. A lot of people create synthetic documentations on a daily basis to get approved for certain things that they need or that they want. And a lot of people don't understand that, right? A lot of people do understand that because it's a lot of places that's helping people get approved for certain things utilizing synthetic documentations. It might be food stamps, it might be a job, it might be a loan, credit card, a line of credit. People in there are loan officers that are helping people out. There are underwriters that's helping people out. There are employees that's helping people out. There are people that are helping people on a daily basis alter documentations and help them push that loan or that documentation through in order for them to get approved. And it goes undetected a lot of times. And a lot of times people get approved for certain things like that. PPP loans, a lot of different taxes. People utilize synthetic documentations and fake documentations all the time. Then you got people who utilize stolen identities, utilizing pre-built quote unquote CPNs. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between a CPN and a pre-built CPN. The word pre-built alone should be a red flag, but they don't present it as a pre-built CPN. And people don't utilize their common sense or have common sense to even think about something having being pre-built, because there's no way you can have a credit profile built unless you have a number, a name, a birthday, address, a profile, somebody that you're building, their information that you're building. So people are under this impression that these CPNs already come with this information and they're already misinformed about what it is because they're pre-built CPNs and they're CPNs. Pre-built CPNs are stolen identities. People are using other people's credit profiles. CPNs are numbers that have not been issued to anybody, and it is now being structured around that person who's using it. So it's not going to be a fake name. It's not going to be this fake information. No, it's going to be all real information. It's going to be that person's name. It's going to be that person's birthday. It's going to be a new number and a new address. That's all it's going to be. But everything else is going to be the same. You're not utilizing anybody else's information. You're not committing any type of identity theft. There's a lot of people out there that think there's as CPNs are stolen deceased people's identities. People think that it's homeless people identities. People think that it's just stolen identities, and that's a pre-built CPN. So if somebody says they have a CPN that already has a credit profile on it and a score on it, that's a pre-built CPN. That's a stolen identity, and people are getting away with getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit, auto loans, things like that, utilizing pre-built CPNs. So people go into different situations knowing already what's going on, knowing that they need documentations, so they get these synthetic documentations. They go into these situations knowing that this is a stolen credit profile, and it could potentially get this person this loan, credit card, line of credit, or auto loan. So they utilize both of them. And people who don't do their research end up buying these quote unquote pre-built CPNs, get jammed up, and the first thing they do is what? Narc on the person that they got it from and act like they didn't know nothing about nothing and didn't know what's going on. But the facts is right in your face. You're buying somebody else's credit profile. That's not your name. It has a credit score. That's theft. This is a fake ID. Your picture is connected to somebody else's information. That alone right there is fraud, identity theft. So credit has been, since COVID-19, scams and fraud have been up 600 to 800% in the world. People have been utilizing credit because it can get you a lump sum of money at one point, at one time. Scammers and fraudsters goals are to get money, and they get 300 here, 300 there, 400, 500. But you can go into a bank and get a 50,000 at one time, 100,000 at one time, a quarter million, $1 million at one time, just off documentations. And people are starting to learn that, utilize that. You can do it legally, you can do it illegally, and that's what the scammers and fraudsters are starting to figure out. New loopholes, new ways to make it happen, and people are getting large funding on CPNs, not pre-bills, but CPNs on the personal and business side, just by understanding the logistics of what's going on and properly structuring it the right way and not using nobody else's credit information. Because people who have credit profiles and good credit more than likely are monitoring their accounts, just like the average American has different things to monitor their accounts and profiles because there's so much scams and fraud going on in today's world. So credit, pre-built CPNs, synthetic documentations are all playing a part into today's world, into the credit scams. People are committing it, people are doing it, and some people are even getting away with it. And like I said, this is all educational purposes only. This is all for people to be aware. I can't control what people are doing, but it's happening. And to be more aware is to be more safe, more cautious. So, like I said, Norton LifeLock. Start getting y'all Norton LifeLock accounts that will monitor any of your bank accounts, any of your social media accounts, any account that you have, to make sure no suspicious or activity is going on. And they will also monitor the dark web to make sure your information is not on there being sold or willy nilly. Also, make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. If you're not utilizing your credit at the time, freeze it so nobody can get anything in your name utilizing your credit. Debit and credit cards, we use them so often, and every time we use them at a POS machine, it's stored, that information is stored on that database. And we all know there's always a leak, a hack, a compromise going on that they warn us about with our information. So every so often, start getting new credit and debit card numbers with new information on it, because if it was to happen and that our old card number was on there on that leak, it won't be valid and it won't work, and we'll keep our money, and we'll still be safe. All right, so it's all about staying more safe, more cautious, and being more aware out here, because these are things that's happening in the world right now. It's like a dark cloud covering the world right now with scams, frauds, and schemes and Ponzi schemes. You got Indian scammers, you got African scammers, you got Nigerian scammers, you got scammers all around the world, Russian scammers, and it's just all about being more safe, being aware, seeing what's going on before it happens, so you can know how to keep yourself safe and other people safe at the same time. All right, so shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gyms are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is in your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all book your seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 10 seats available for each one, 250. Make sure y'all book your seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gyms, 3,500, $500 deposit. Make sure y'all book your seat on the month-long mentorship, 2,500, 30 days. Anything you need help with, let's get to work. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamer streamers, and content creators. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell on my YouTube channels and my Twitch, my IGs, and my TikToks. Got multiple IGs, multiple YouTube channels. So make sure y'all go subscribe, follow, like, comment, all that good stuff on them. And make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.